Hi everyone, I'm John Morley, and I want to welcome you to the JMOR Tech Talk Show. We are a national radio show that airs every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern to 9:57 p.m. Eastern. You can listen to our show by going to JMOR.com, clicking on social, and then hovering over where it says JMOR Radio and clicking. Or you can visit our national radio syndication at StarComRadioNetwork.com. That's StarComRadioNetwork.com. And you can listen to us Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern to 9:57 p.m. Eastern. Did you know that you can even call us live during our show while we broadcast and ask your technology questions right on the air and get an answer? Mike, Brian, and Rachel, my control room operators, always make sure our shows stay on track because I definitely like to take tangents. Brian always reminds me when it's time for a break because I just want to keep talking. But we seem to have so much fun. We learn a lot about technology, we learn a lot about ourselves, and also other people. What else do we talk about on the show? That's an excellent question. Maybe you got one of those fancy thermostats, and it doesn't seem to want to work or sync with your network. We can help you with that. Maybe you got a problem and you just bought a brand new car, and you got your new iPhone, and you can't pair it. We can help you with that too. Are you having an issue with your laptop, or maybe your computer, and wondering why it's so doggone slow? Yes, we can help you with that. But we can also help you with some of the social cultures in technology and how it's actually affecting different age groups and how that's making a change to things like social media, where technology is going, how jobs are getting cut, and where you need to be if you want to have a job in technology. We do a lot more than that. We provide public service information, such as educating people about scams. Here's one that we just talked about tonight. They're going after a new market. Those are the people actually looking for jobs. Here's what they do. They actually will send you an email, and they tell you that they'd like to interview you. Sometimes they'll even call you so that it seems pretty legitimate and ask you to set up a email on Google and set up a Google Hangouts account. Pretty easy to do, it's free. And then they tell you to do an interview, pretty much like immediately. They're really flexible, so they'll do whenever you want. Remember, it's a scam, so they really have nowhere to be. So let's say you're ready to do the interview tomorrow. They'll tell you the interview's scheduled between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. your time. Again, everything seems real legitimate. Just ping us when you're on and you got it. Within seconds, they get right back to you and they're ready to conduct the interview. Now, I know what you're thinking. They're probably going to ask me to call them. Nope. Maybe they're going to call me? Nope. What are they going to do? That's right. They're going to conduct the entire interview via chat session and texting, all through Google Hangouts. That's a pain in the neck and really tedious. So you know what a job interview is like, right? Imagine going through all of those tedious, mundane tasks in under an hour or a little more, all through text, and then them asking you to prove all those things about yourself, and you gotta do it in words. But you can't really use inflections on words. What are you gonna do? Uppercase a letter, or put a squiggly in there, or add an emoji? I don't think that'd probably be appropriate for an interview. But nor is a text interview either. I mean, I've heard of Skype interviews, audio interviews, conference calls, video chats, but never a text interview. Definitely strange. So you go through the whole interview, right? And they tell you that they need to review your answers and to come back tomorrow. And we'll let you know the results of your interview. But thank you for your time. The next day, you log on. They ask you how you're doing. You tell them fine. And they say, I just want to let you know that I talked with my manager, and based on the answers that you provided with me yesterday, you're hired. Congratulations. Now, I know your heart's going to start to flutter. Your brain's going to be really excited. Your blood's going to pump a little bit because you're really pumping with enthusiasm because you got the job. Don't be so happy yet. He then tells you that you need to get equipment for this job because it's a work-at-home position. But don't worry. You can get this all from our vendors. But you need to buy it. Oh, I'm not going to put out money. Oh, we don't expect you to put any money out, sir. Well, how am I going to pay for it? We're going to send you a check. This is the real beauty. They email you a check with a little bit of set of instructions, and then you have to go through and doctor the check so you can actually scan it into the phone because they send you an oversized check, a cashier's check. And not only that, ladies and gentlemen, this cashier's check, if you were to call the bank, you'd find out that it was cashed 2 years or more ago for a totally different amount. So here's the great part. I know you're figuring that you're going to get that $100 or $200 because your bank gives you the courtesy. Now, the company hiring you wants you to immediately make that purchase. Yeah, sure they do. Because you know what's going to happen in 2 to 4 days after you've spent the money? Money is just going to come right out of your account. Like magic. It's a scam. S-C-A-M. And it's a real creative scam. Because they're preying on people that are looking for jobs. So here's what happens. If you didn't know about any of this, not only do you get zapped for the $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 that they've sent you, which you spent an hour to try to deposit because you had to play with the check and make it fit and resize it. But not only that, you're on the hook for the $20 to $30. What a pain in the rear. It's a scam. They make it so legitimate. They show you a real live company that's publicly traded, and it seems like the job is so legitimate. You tell them that the check is not valid, and you ask them for another check, and they said, oh, they can't do that. Because you figure, hey, mistakes happen. Even if you bounce a check in the United States, it's not a criminal act, because it could happen because of an error, bookkeeping error, or simple mistake. It's nothing criminal. As long as you resolve the payment in a short amount of time, it's meant that you didn't intentionally bounce the check. It was an accident. They then ask you for, do you have a credit card? Why? Well, I'll let you figure that out. They want to take the money out of your account. So again, by helping you to understand just something like what I've shown you now, you can see some of the value that we at the JMOR Connection and the JMOR Tech Talk Show have been bringing thousands of listeners now for quite a few years. We started with a small radio show on Blog Talk, and now we have a nationally syndicated radio show on Starcom Radio Network. Over thousands of listeners. I hope that you'll choose to call us next Thursday night. I know it's Thanksgiving, but call us after you've rested, had some turkey and some pie. Log on to StarcomRadioNetwork.com and call us during the show. We'll give you our phone number. Ask your technology questions. And I think you'll even enjoy the show because we're going to put a twist on how to have Thanksgiving with a little twist of technology. So we're about your security, protecting your identity, giving you the latest of what's going on in technology, letting you know what's happening with different age groups, how jobs are being handled, how they're being eliminated, and how you need to be proactive so that you stay working. We're the JMOR Connection. My name's John Morley, and you've been listening to the JMOR Tech Talk Show. Please share this with your friends, family, and associates through LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all your social channels. I'd be very grateful if you do that. I know they'll thank you too. And I just say that if each show I help one person become a little bit smarter and maybe help save them by not getting frauded, I think I've done the world a good service. Please help me to pay it forward by telling people to tune into the JMOR Tech Talk Show every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, on the JMOR Tech Talk Show, StarcomRadioNetwork.com. Again, my name is John Morley. Thanks so much for listening to this short little teaser, and I hope to talk to you real soon on our show.